So our main goal is to eliminate all the mosquitoes in our yard and also stop them from reproducing, laying their eggs, and from coming back ever again. Make sure you stay tuned. Mosquito season is among us, and it's only going to get worse during this month. So I'm going to show you how you can easily make this bucket of doom the right way and the proper procedures to take, because if you don't do this properly, you're going to end up with a dud. I've seen a lot of people attempt to make this bucket of doom, and I've also seen them leave out some critical steps on how to properly make one and how to properly set it up. Before you can go and make one of this, you have to understand how mosquitoes breed and how do they reproduce. The number one thing that you need to do in order for this bucket of doom to work is that you need to eliminate any type of stagnant water around your home, whether it be a kiddie pool that has water that's not being used, plastic containers that are just sitting there that has water in them. Here's the number one part that most people miss are your gutters. Some gutters that are clogged will have a pool of water on top of those gutters, especially if you're not cleaning or regularly maintaining your gutters. That will leave a puddle of water on top of your gutters, and that's a perfect nesting ground for mosquitoes. So make sure you check your gutters. They really love dark colors. I've seen people try to make buckets like this out of different colors, but they're mostly attracted to the color black. Not only are the black buckets most favorable for mosquitoes, but they're also the most that can resist outside weather, especially sunlight, so that it'll deter it from fading and also cracking over time. Here's a big one that people do, that's why their trap isn't as effective, is that they use tap water, whether it be from their garden hose, their sink. The problem with that is that tap water has chlorine in it. The city or wherever you're living at, they put chlorine to kill any type of bacteria, viruses in the water, making it safe to drink. That's why mosquitoes don't necessarily like that type of water. Best water that you can get is probably from your rainwater, or maybe just that stagnant water that you saw from your kiddie pool. Maybe use that, dump it in there. The dirtier, the better. Mosquitoes love it when it's swampy, yucky, bacteria-ish. But be safe also when you're trying to get any stagnant water. Make sure you wear the proper PPE so you yourself will be protected and not get that on your skin or inhale it. Just be mindful, be careful. Now here's another big one. People use the wrong type of litter. That's why their trap isn't as effective. They probably use that grass clipping they use when they mowed their lawn. Now the problem with that is, say you're using weed killer or any type of chemicals to treat your lawn. If you use that grass clipping, it could contain some of that chemicals that will deter the mosquitoes from going into your trap. So the best one, since for my area, I live in Washington and there's a lot of wooded area and I live in the green belt, I'm just gonna go in the woods and look for like untouched leaves, decaying leaves, the one that hasn't been touched by any type of chemicals. So another one, and it doesn't concern the mosquitoes, is actually your trap. A lot of people use wooden legs to hold up their trap or their lid. What I use is PVC. It's definitely gonna last longer than wood. It doesn't decay, rot. This will stand any type of elements and will last you for many, many years. That's why we're gonna be using PVC piping for this project. Hey there friends, sorry to interrupt, but if you're finding this video super helpful so far, kindly hit that big thumbs up, subscribe. It'll greatly help out the channel. With that being said, let's get back to the video. I'm going to show you how you can make your own bucket of doom with simple materials: a bucket, some PVC pipe, some screws, and a little bit of time. First off, I'm going to use a 5-gallon bucket because I have a bigger area. It's your choice if you want to remove the handle. I want to have at least a minimum of 6-inch opening. And I'm going to use self-drilling screws. These are 1.5 inch, and I'm going to be using an 8mm bit to drive them in. Now I know these are self-drilling screws, but I still want to use a drill so that I can drill right through multiple without messing up the alignment. Got my pilot. Now I can put my screw in so I know that it's properly aligned. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the rest of the two. Once I get the screws fully in, I take it back out. Then I take the PVC pipe and I push it a little bit forward, and then I try to screw it back in so that the PVC pipe will be on the vertical position. That's why you have a little gap right there between the PVC pipe, and the bucket isn't perfectly 90 degrees. It's a little bit slanted like that, like a cone. It's important that you use at least a long enough screw, which is 1.5 inches. Now the reason why we want to make this nice and long touching the bottom of the bucket is for stability. So with the cap on top, it will definitely make it nice and stable. We can put a rock on top. It will not get toppled by the wind. Now to kick it up a notch, I'm going to take my level, make sure it's nice and plumb so that when I drill my second hole, it'll be nice and vertical. So it looks like it is nice and plumb. Now we're gonna do the same with the last two. I place this on the lid. It's gonna fall on one of these ridges right here, on one of these sections. See that? It fits perfectly right on the slot of the lid. Now I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the most stable, most sturdy bucket of doom I've ever made. Now here's the secret sauce that we're gonna be using for our mosquito trap. This is the Mosquito Bits or the Mosquito Dunks. They're both the same brand. The Mosquito Dunks will require a little bit more water, but cost effective wise and will take you a long way, I say you go with the Mosquito Bits. If you're interested on any of the products, including these, I'll leave the link on the description down below. And if you're watching in the big screen, I'll put a QR code right here if you are interested in getting these and any tools that I use within this video. Then the active ingredient on these things are BTS. No, not the boy band. It's actually BTSI, which is everybody knows and can pronounce Bacillus thuringiensis israelis. Pretty much it's a larvicide. When the mosquitoes lays their eggs, it attacks their larva and it doesn't produce into a full-blown mosquito. There's a deer back there. And if you're wondering, I'm not sponsored by Mosquito Bits or Mosquito Dunks. I bought this with my own money so we can create this video to help you guys out on your mosquito problem. And don't worry, these are safe for people, plants, pets, and also fish habitats. Even though this has a lid to prevent rainwater from going in, you still want to go and put this nice on a shaded area or somewhere with an overhang so it doesn't have any possibilities of rainwater going in there and diluting it. You can't put weeping holes around here. And another mistake that people often do is they put this in a high traffic area. You want to place this in an area no human traffic. Mosquitoes love it when this is in a nice quiet place so that it doesn't bother them when they land and lay their eggs. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some rainwater. I live here in Washington. I get a lot of rain, so I just got some stagnant rainwater here. If you can't get rainwater, then by all means go grab tap or your hose water. You just have to let it sit out for a few days before you can actually use them. Third way up is plenty. I'm gonna go create my habitat by using some of these dead leaves, grass around this area where it hasn't been touched by any type of chemicals. Inside my trap, leftover stuff from your clogged gutters is even best. And just throw it in there. What I'm gonna do is add 1 tablespoon of this Mosquito Bits and throw it inside my trap. Do a little bit of shake. And that's pretty much it. You can apply this every 7 days. It's a heavily abundant mosquito larva, or 14 days if it's in a lower rate. Now, if you do come back and the water's a little low, just add more of that yucky rainwater or stagnant water that you see in your property to refill it up. And you can just add more of the Mosquito Bits. Now, if you're worried about this tipping over, you can strap it up in some sort of stump or tree, or just get a rock, place it on top, nice and sturdy and strong because it was well built and engineered by yours truly. Also, I'd like to add, if you're worried about a squirrel or some sort of wildlife getting in there, getting trapped or drowning, simply you can add chicken wire around the openings so they don't get in, or just leave a stick like this. If they do get stuck in there, they got some way to climb out of there. Simple. So there you have your friends. These Mosquito Bits have been around for a while. They're nothing new. I just wanted to show you a cheap and very effective way on how you can control the mosquito population around your home so that you can enjoy being outside and not getting bit by these mosquitoes. Have you tried this? Has it been effective? If it has, leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know your experience. And again, if you're interested on these Mosquito Bits, I'm not sponsored. I'll leave the link on the description down below. And if you're watching on the big screen, I'll leave a QR code here for these Mosquito Bits and for also all the materials and tools that I used within this video. Again, friends, if you found this video super helpful, kindly hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you friends on the next video.